Hi, Hatman here. We're continuing Unit Spotlight series for Stronghold Crusader Definitive Edition by reviewing veteran units, and on today's menu is Demolisher. This bad boy is equipped with a massive destructible shield and a hammer. It's known for its utility. It costs 80 gold to recruit. It has medium HP and armor. But how good is Demolisher? When and how to use it? Let's find out. Demolisher is slower than a pikeman, but faster than swordsman or eunuch. It has the same speed as Arabian swords, and there is no difference between Demolisher with or without shield. Demolisher has average missile resistance. It takes 5 shots to take down his shield, and then 2 more to kill him. It preserves its HP for melee combat as long as his shield is active, but he is vastly outperformed by pikemen that can take 17 shots. Demolisher can cover the moat, and as you can tell, it takes 4 shovels to cover a patch of land. Well, it has exactly the same speed as pikemen in this scenario. Demolisher's unique ability is to cover the pitch. So as you can see, if you click next to the pitch, nothing will happen, and usually you cannot see enemy position pitch. But if you click on it, Demolisher will start working, and it will take him 5 shovels to remove one portion of the pitch. The most destructive weapon in this game is pitch, and besides Demolisher's ability to actually remove it from the battlefield, it can sustain the fire for a very, very long time. It will outperform all the units with the exception of Sapper in this scenario. It will slowly lose its shield, but then it will take so long for pitch to actually kill our hero in this scenario. Besides pitch, let's actually test the performance of these guys under fire of ambushers. We have a lot of heavy units, and we have Demolisher with and without shield. Pretty much all the heavy units are gone by this time. The only units that remain are Demolishers. And it doesn't seem to matter if Demolisher has or doesn't have a shield. Another unique ability of Demolisher is basically to survive those snake pits or death traps. As you can tell, nothing is happening, and if you click on them, nothing will happen as well because they will not be able to destroy it as they can with pitch. And the eunuchs are dying in droves. They barely survived. Only a few guys survived this ordeal. But what will happen if Demolisher walks over those traps? Will he deactivate them? Actually, no. Let's talk about dealing with enemy fortifications. So we have 3 units. Demolisher is the first, Pikeman is the second, and Sapper is the third. Pikeman is the most efficient of all units from the previous version of the game. But now we're monitoring the progression of both Demolisher and Sapper in comparison to Pikeman. And as we can already tell that Sapper is doing the best job here. By far the best job. Followed by Demolisher and only then Pikeman. Seems like Sapper and Demolisher are close to finishing. And Sapper is done. Demolisher is still operating. And Pikeman will continue for quite some time. It is time to test Demolisher's 1v1 capabilities. So the first fight is versus Spearman, and he won this convincingly. The second one will be versus a monk. And he lost. Actually, Monk was left with about 20% HP. It will be more difficult with Maceman as well. Maceman is even better than a monk. How about this one versus Pikeman? And Pikeman had a relatively easy time dealing with it. How about swords? Oh yeah, that's a very, very easy job. Let's see its performance versus a knight. Knight won this one convincingly. Assassin will be a difficult one to duel. Yeah. How about the Arabian Swordsman? Not a big problem for the Swordsman. Sapper is not to the same level as Demolisher, and therefore Demolisher will win with about 50% HP left. Now we have Lance Camel, and Camel will win. How about versus a Eunuch? It gets two-shotted, essentially. How about here we have a Demolisher with a shield versus Demolisher without a shield. And they perform exactly the same. One had to win, and so there's no difference with shield on or off. Now versus Heavy Camel. And this is one of the rare situations where Demolisher actually wins. Here we have massive fights with some lighter troops. We have 200 Spearmen versus 200 Demolishers, and let's see the outcome. Spearmen are faster, Demolisher are stronger one-on-one, so let's see what the outcome is. It's getting choppy, but it seems like Demolishers were able to win, having 46 men left. This scenario was against monks, and as we know, monks are superior to spearmen, and this might be an issue for our Demolishers. Yeah, it seems like monks have a speed advantage as well, which is the key in massive duels. This one is 200 versus 200 once again, but the opponents are pikemen. And pikemen should not struggle too much in this situation. Because remember, they are faster and better than Demolishers. They won convincingly. Only lost 15 men. Now we have 300 Demolishers versus 50 Eunuchs. Yeah, it seems like it's not much of a competition. I heard an interesting theory claiming the Demolishers can actually protect your troops from upcoming missile fire. We're going to put this to a test. So we have 40 Demolishers in their formation, and then I kind of handpicked 5 crossbowmen and I spread them out just to make sure that they are protected by those shields, if they can be protected. We will see. And on the other side, we have 10 crossbowmen. So 5 versus 10, always 10 crossbowmen will win if it's open, even though they will be the one to advance. So let's push them in, and let's see what the results are. Just gonna keep an eye on these guys. Yeah, they're opening fire. Basically, they have like 2 free volleys off. So interesting. Interesting. 3 guys are left. Let's test another one. And we have another round. So let's move those crossbows into position. Nowadays, we have swordsmen. They're very tanky units on their own. Let's see what happens. the result is exactly the same. So I'm not exactly sure why this is happening. Is it because sometimes, you know, range units miss? Or maybe they're just focusing on melee targets for some reason? Not quite sure though. But the result seems to be exactly the same with Demolishers or with the Swordsmen. They're densely packed. Demolisher is an offensive support unit. Its melee performance is on the lower end, crossbow resistance and speed are mediocre. Utility is where it shines. A massive shield that will save Demolisher's HP for melee, but will not, and I repeat, will not protect nearby units. It has exceptional fire resistance, only inferior to sappers, can remove pitch and avoid death traps, which is a major deal for an offensive support unit. Demolisher's specialty is, of course, demolition of enemy fortifications, where only sappers are a bit better. I believe that these guys are a bit underpowered or overpriced, whatever you prefer, because they are too slow. Their armor is not as good to survive, and they have one of the worst melee performances in the game. Fire resistance is awesome, but the ability to remove pitch is not very practical because you will be shot at while trying to remove it. Pikemen, even if pricier, is a better unit for the job. I feel like arrow resistance needs to be a bit higher in order to justify Demolisher's price. Guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing, and tell me if you want to see another unit in this one.